Okay, so dear student, this is the second class for class 11, second lecture of class 11. In last lecture or in a previous class, we discussed about the physical quantity, its types, unit, measurement. Another one is a dimensional analysis, and three application of dimension. To check the accuracy of the physical equation, to convert a physical quantity from one system of unit to another system of units, and to obtain a relationship between different physical quantities. Now in this lecture we discuss this one, second number application first. To convert a physical quantity from one system of unit to another system of unit. That means if you have a CGS, suppose you have CGS and SI unit, two system of unit. So one unit, in one system of unit all information is given. We find out the numerical value or the whatever we find out in the other system of unit. How we find out? Now here we consider it first a physical quantity, that is Q, and we know that the physical quantity is expressed as Q equals to, physical quantity means which can be measured, and from measurement definition we get Q equals to N into U. N is a numerical value, another one U is a unit, either it will be in CGS or SI. Okay, this N is a numerical value. We find out here this value of N. One value is given in SI, suppose. So what will be the value of this N in another CGS, another system of unit? Now we consider, this is a main thing, this is a physical quantity Q equals to N into U. Now we consider two system of unit. In first system we did not here mention one SI and CGS, so we consider one system and second system, first and second. First system of unit, Q equals to, because this one physical quantity remains fixed, so Q equals to its value, suppose in first system of unit N1 into U1. If we consider the force suppose 10 Newton. 10 is a numerical value, Newton is a SI unit, so 10 Newton. Okay, in second system of unit Q equals to N to U2. Say same, if we consider the force in CGS system, its value is 10 to the power 6 dyne. Okay, 10 to the power 6 is a numerical value of N2 and U2 is a dyne, but the physical quantity remains fixed. That's why in both equation Q is fixed. Difference is Q equals to N1 U1, that, and second equation, second system of unit, Q equals to N2 U2. So because this side is same, so we can write N1 U1 equals to N2 U2. Give this is equation number 3. Now we consider, we don't know which physical quantity here. If we know, then we easily find out its definition. So here we did not know the dimension of physical quantity Q. So here we consider the dimension of physical quantity Q is m to the power a, l to the power b, t to the power c, because we know that dimension means in terms of m, l, t and to the power some power. Okay, some power also be there. So suppose m to the power a, l to the power b and t to the power c. So in the first system, so this dimension in the first system of unit, we can write m1 to the power a, l1 to the power b, t1 to the power c, and in second system of unit m2 to the power a, l2 to the power b, t2 to the power c. So in equation 3 we can write n1 is a numerical value, so n1 in place of u1, that is a unit, it will be mentioned here. We know that the unit is can be expressed as in a dimensional formula. Whatever the unit here, that will be this one also same. So n1 in place of u1 we can write this one, m1 to the power a, l1 to the power b, t1 to the power c. That is equals to n2 into u2, in place of u2 we write this one, m2 to the power a, l2 to the power b, t2 to the power c. So here suppose we know the value of n1, we did not know the we find out the value of n2. So n2 equals to what? We can write n2 equals to n1 divided by n1 into this divided by this one. So separately we can write n1 m1 by m2 to the power a, l1 by l2 to the power b, t1 by t2 to the power c. So n1 and n2 are the numerical value in two system. One is given, another one we find out. So we use this formula. Okay, whatever, if we find out n1, then n2 into just opposite m2 by m1 to the power a, l2 by l1 to the power a, t2 by t1 to the power c. Okay, now let's talk about one example. First example, convert 1 joule into arg using dimensional analysis. 1 joule into arg. We know that joule and arg is a unit of SI unit and CGS unit of work. Okay, and the dimension of work done is m l square to the power minus 2. So if we compare with that equation, so from this is the A, this is B, this is C. So A equals to 1, B equals to 2, C equals to minus 2. So we get the value of ABC from this dimensional formula of work done. Now we know that the two system of unit, one is a SI and another one is a CGS. If we did not know which system, so you can consider first system, second system. Because here we know this one SI, one CGS, that's why we write in 2. In SI, which one is given? 1 joule. 1 means N1 equals to 1. N2 we don't know. We find out in arg. Okay. N2 we find out. So in SI, M1 equals to 1 kg, L1 equals to 1 meter, T1 equals to 1 second. Now M2 equals to 1 gram, L2 equals to 1 centimeter, T2 equals to 1 second. So when we solve this numerical, we convert the same unit kg to gram or gram to kg. So this is the easiest. So to convert kg to gram, so 1 kg equals to 1000 gram, 1 meter equals to 100 centimeter, and this will be same. Now we write the formula. N2 equals to this one, we know that. So N1 value is 1. Now here we put M1 equals to 1000 by 1 to the power 1, A value is 1. L1 by L2 100 by 1 to the power 2 because B value is 2. And C 1 by 1 to the power minus 1. So this value is 1, this value is 10 to the power 4, this value is 10 to the power 3. So we get 10 to the power 7. 1 joule equals to 10 to the power 7 arg. We prove it. Second number, gravitational constant G. We learned this one in gravitation chapter in class 10. Class 9. Gravitational constant G in CGS system, the value is this one, 9 per centimeter CG gram square. Calculate this value in SI system. So here CGS system is given, we find out in SI system. So first of all, we find out the dimension of G because we have to know the value of ABC. So how we convert it? We know the formula F equals to G into M1 M2 by R square. So G equals to F R square by M1 into M2. So force, dimension of force M L to the power minus 2. R square means the length. So L square. And M1 and M2 both are mass same. Dimension is same. M into M square. So here we get M inverse L cube to the power minus 2. Like same way, here we write what we get. A equals to minus 1, B equals to 3, C equals to minus 2. Now SI and CGS. SI, N1 we don't know, N2 we know. It is given. M1 equals to 1 kg, L1 equals to 1 meter, T1 equals to 1 second. Here we convert here. Okay, in two ways I will show you that in any one process you can, any one conversion you can use. Either you convert kg to gram or gram to kg. Okay. So here I convert gram to kg, and that's why 1 by 1000, 1 by 100 meter, this is 1 second. So now we use the formula, this one, we know that. Now because here we find out N1, so N1 equals to N2 into just opposite M2 by M1, L2 by L1, T2 by T1, and we know the ABC value. We put the values here and we get, after calculation, we get 6.67 into 10 to the minus 11 Newton per meter square per kg square, and we know this value. No? In SI system, the value of G is 6.67 into 10 to the minus 11 Newton per meter square per kg square. Newton meter square per kg square, sorry. Newton meter square per kg square. And here also same, 9 centimeter square per gram square, because F into R square. Okay. So in third example, 1 Newton to dyne. We know that in Newton and dyne is a SI and CGS unit of force, and dimension of force we know that M L into 10 to the power minus 2. How we find out? Here it will explain. So from here we get the value of A, B and C. Now SI and CGS, here we find out the CGS value, N2 equals to we find out. So M1, L1, L1. So here we convert kg to gram, meter to centimeter, second is same. Now using this formula, we put the values here. So we get 10 to the power 5 dyne. So 1 Newton equals to 10 to the power 5 dyne. I think you understand. Thank you. Next class we discuss the next application of dimensional analysis.